I want to turn now to CTV News political commentator and former director of communications for Prime Minister Paul Martin, Scott Reid. Can Trump do this? Can he block the opening of the Gordie Howe Bridge, which is expected later this year?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were asking me, can he go off like a crazy firecracker on social media? Because the answer to that is absolutely yes. Can he block it? Probably not. Probably at the end of the day, after all of his huffing and puffing, the House will not fall in. There are already an assembled set of forces, even on the United States side, saying, hold the phone. This is factually incorrect. It's logically incoherent. This entire thing is just a ludicrous provocation. And you look at what is the motivation for this? Well, I mean, the truth of the matter, as we just heard from Judy, right? Canada built this bridge with our own cash because there was some sort of political fiasco, by the way, which Donald Trump was indirectly involved in 10 years ago. And Michigan does own half of the bridge. So his demand for ownership, his insistence that there's some sort of mistreatment of the United States, it's just absolutely ungrounded. So for all of those reasons, I think this will turn out to be one of his angry, empty threats. My caution would be, if you don't like this, you're really going to hate 2026, because I think as the midterms come closer, I think as the CUSMA renegotiations come closer, we're going to get more and more of these outbursts. I would expect to see 4, 5, 6 of these irrational, incoherent outbursts of threats and bullying from Trump between now and those times.
So far we haven't heard, at least to my knowledge, any statement being made by the Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority. We're waiting for that. I am wondering in the meantime, and Judy pointed this out, we haven't heard from any Canadian officials yet. Do we respond? Do we let this sort of just go out into the ether? What do you think government officials in this country should be doing at this moment?
I think you have to think about the context for this outburst if you're the Prime Minister. And you have to say, you know, is this like the 100% across-the-board threat we heard from President Trump on tariffs just a couple of weeks ago on social media? And I think the answer is yes. So what did the Prime Minister do then? Probably instructive for this moment. He did not react immediately. He did not rush into the breach. He did not call a press conference. He did not act like it was a national emergency. He responded with calm, quiet. I think he'll probably do the same. If asked about this, I think he'll give a shoulder shrug and say, look, there are a set of conditions and undertakings already made. We expect all those obligations to be met, and just move on. And, you know, put the onus on Donald Trump to follow up on this and to try to demonstrate that he has the foundation or the capacity to make good on any of this. And I mean, for the love of God, China is going to eliminate ice hockey. The Stanley Cup will, I don't know, be stolen and taken to Beijing. I don't even know what in the hell he's talking about. So I think it would be a real mistake for officials to say, let's amplify this. Allow it to proceed, see whether or not any of this holds up, or if it's just like an angry rant that he sends out today, and, you know, 6 hours from now, it'll be an angry rant about something else.
Yeah, and just to show our viewers, we're not making this up. Here it is from Trump on Truth Social. The first thing China will do is terminate all ice hockey being played in Canada.
Look, I caution to treat this with any credibility whatsoever. I'm not even going to talk about China's relationship with ice hockey, but the foundation of all of this, presumably, is he's suggesting that Canada is seeking some far-ranging, comprehensive trade deal, free trade deal with China, which the Prime Minister is already on record as saying, we're not. We're not doing that. 2 months ago, Donald Trump sought remedies with China on a trade deal that they had bilaterally. We've done the same thing. None of that suggests that we're entering into some kind of free-ranging trade deal with China. That's not what we're doing. And so, again, I do think a lot of this is just writ in smoke, and it will blow away.